KC, blessed I'm tracking, that's in the literal term. Your spirit is burned, give it against the face like they think stomach just turn. And I learned from the greats of the game and not the fake that would turn in the end. First sign of the Jake, nah, keeping it quiet, first sign of a case. Higher the space, why you do
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, here on YouTube. We gotta talk, Angry Cowboys fans. We gotta talk. Gotta do some clarification here. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep you too long. But we do gotta talk. Right? Y'all know it's DC for life. All the time, every time. DC for life. And if you DC for life,
give me a hell yeah.
Oh yeah. A little bit under the weather, but we still coming with this raw and uncut. Let it go. I gotta come and talk to y'all real quick. Out there. Yes, sir. How about them Cowboys? Got the dub. Got the dub. Sunday. Did the darn thing against the shady, shifty Carolina Panthers. All right. Yeah. Good evening. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into it. It's 7:10. Lego.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, here on YouTube, the place where you can catch my raw and uncut emotions. I'm gonna say that again, my raw and uncut emotions about the Dallas Cowboys, 24/7, 365. And as long as I'm alive, y'all know I'm DC for life, baby. And if you're DC for life, won't you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to what we do here, ladies and gentlemen, because it's free. I always say that. It's free. That's all you got to do. But what's going on, everybody? What is going on? Let me see this chat. All right. Good evening, Scott, Edward, Jarrett. Good evening. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Listen, I got to talk to y'all. I got to talk to y'all real quick. I ain't going to keep you too long. But I got to talk to you. And we got to talk about the elephant in the room. What is that elephant in the room? It's the video that I made after our victory against the now 1-9 Carolina Panthers. I was critical in that video. Maybe a little too harsh. But where I think some people are getting it kind of twisted is where my criticism came from. In my eyes, there's two types of criticism. One, constructive criticism, coming from a place of love, concern and endearment. Then there is destructive criticism, only highlighting the negatives in order to tear somebody down. Kind of like a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Hate to say it like that, but it's true. In my heart of hearts, I know that my criticism is constructive because it's coming from a place of concern. My words aren't here to tear down the Cowboys or their performance against the Carolina Panthers. So let's not get that twisted, Cowboys Nation. But I'm going to let y'all know. I made the Angry Cowboys Fan channel to vent my frustrations out about the Dallas Cowboys. Whether it was how they were covered in the media, how they're negatively represented by other teams' fans when the Cowboys start to fall apart, or when the Cowboys start winning. I'm here for it all, Cowboys Nation, and I know you guys are here for it all, screaming DC for life. When I do a video about the 4-letter and 3-letter networks and how the over-the-top coverage of the Cowboys is, if I can call out the haters, if I could call out them hating on the Dallas Cowboys, can I agree in some cases? You know, most of the time I'm not going to agree because, you know, a dead clock is right twice a day. But, and another thing, guys and gals, it's not personal. It's not like I don't like these people. Honestly, don't know them to not like them, to dislike them or like them. I don't know them. It's their coverage I don't like. So when I got people commenting saying like, let's stop criticizing the team with the people we say we don't like, I ain't ever say that I didn't like them as a person. It's the way that they cover the team that I don't like. And I'm going to call them out every single time they do it. Also, y'all come to my channel. It's okay to disagree with what I say, Cowboys Nation. It's okay to agree with it. It's okay to disagree with it. We can agree to disagree without having one of us feel like we have to choose a side. No, I've not eaten the poison cookie from the 4-letter and 3-letter networks like somebody suggested. But what I did give you was my raw and uncut emotion about the Dallas Cowboys. Something I open my show with every single time. All right, y'all. Now we're going to get to the chats. I want to see what y'all got to say in the chats. I invite you to have your own opinion in the comment section. That's what it's for. Give me your raw and uncut about the video if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go look at it. You know, give me your raw and uncut about the Panthers game in general. I'll get to as many comments, but like I said before, we do have the super chats if you want your comment to stand out. No pressure, though. Don't take it as pressure. All right, all right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get into the chats. Right. How are you, Angry Cowboys fan? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good, Edward. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good, y'all. Salute. Salute, D-Web. Salute. Salute, Jared. Yeah, I just wanted to come in and I wanted to touch base with y'all, you know, just to let y'all know that, you know, I'm not against the Dallas Cowboys, obviously. It's DC for life. Y'all know that. But I do have to give my honest opinions. And ladies and gentlemen, I lost a few subscribers, but I gained a lot more. And if you're not here to hear my raw and uncut, I'll see you later, because that's what I'm going to give you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to give you. Boom. All right. Look at that. Dak, delusional fan with more excuses. Being from the East Coast, I'm glad Cowboys get coverage. For real, I'm glad they get coverage too. I'm glad they get coverage too, because I'm here on the East Coast as well. And if I didn't have, I'm going to have to put that in my next video, the app that I use, because that app is kind of like, it's like the NFL Sunday Ticket. For real, I can watch every single game that I want to. You know, let's move this chat up a little bit right here so people can see it. All right, there we go, there we go. Yeah, so, you know, I use that app to watch every single game. And the app is free. So, yeah, I'll put that up in the description in my next video. But let's continue to get to some of these comments. Oh, I think we should get that linebacker from the Colts, Angry Cowboy. Yo, I was just looking at that. I was actually looking at Law Nation, and Law Nation, you know, they just released him. And it's like, what? Y'all just released him? Maybe we should go over and, you know, invite this man in, like Law Nation says, for a cup of coffee, you know? So anything that can help our run defense. And I hated to be so hypercritical on the Carolina Panthers game, but they didn't super gash us in the run, but they were slicing us in the run. And I was surprised that the head coach didn't stick with it. Because I was sitting over here, I'm like, oh my goodness, man, if we can't stop this run, they're just going to continue to spam the run on us. And if they spam the run on us, what are we going to do then? You know what I'm saying? So we got to move this chat so people can see it. There we go. Move that up right there. But yeah, I think we should go, you know, talk to him and see what he's all about. I'm going to have to watch some tape on him, see how he is at the linebacker position. And if it's a good fit, why not? You know, why not? All right. Was it just me, or was Acho trying to provoke the cast to talk trash about the Cowboys, saying our win was meaningless? Acho's gonna do that every single time. If y'all follow Acho and everything, you know that man, he is looking for his own show. You know, he is looking for his own shine, his own spotlight. Even when Wally was on Speak, he knew it. He knew it. He was like, yo, if you want your own spot, just say you want your own spot. But Acho's going to do that all the time because he knows, just like Stephen A., if you talk about the Dallas Cowboys in a negative light, Cowboys fans are going to watch because they're going to want to be all on you. I mean, I think another prime example of that is Dan Orlovsky. He's just saying some wild stuff, Cowboys Nation, and we ready to pounce on him. I mean, the Dak Attack done pounced on him. I was like, man, I ain't making no video out of that. Dak Attack said everything that needs to be said. So if you haven't seen Dak Attack's video on Dan Orlovsky, I highly suggest it. Go watch it. It's great content. And the dude talking, Dan Orlovsky talking, and you done got a safety by stepping out of bounds in the end zone. How you give it any quarterback insight, Duke? For real. All right, let's see. Let's go back into some of these comments. Let's go, Cowboys Nation. I got to put that up there. Let's go, Cowboys Nation, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Cowboys Nation. We have a game the day after tomorrow. Man, these Thursday games, they scare me. They do. I said that in the Panthers game, and I don't want to talk anything into fruition, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but they scare me. They scare me. We got a game this Thursday against the Commanders. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy early Thanksgiving, guys. And then we have the game with the Seahawks the following Thursday. But after that, 10 days. 10 days to get our rest up, 10 days to get our men healthier, 10 days to get a positive, good game plan and scheme so we can go in there and we can take care of business. All right, let's see. Yeah, there we go. North Carolina, come on and raise up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You from Eastern North Carolina, my brother. I'm from Western North Carolina. Asheville, to be exact. Yeah. All right. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. Dak Delusional, stay delusional on every channel. Yo, Dak Delusional, he, you were special with my dude because at first I was like, are you a Cowboys fan? But then, he only got the Cowboys in the best interest. He just wants to see what everybody else wants to see from the Dallas Cowboys is them play to their fullest potential. That's all it is. And if he's on everybody's channel, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, shoot, Newburn. Okay. All right, let me get back to this, and then I'll talk to y'all, because it's all about y'all in the comments. All right. So with the Carolina Panthers game, I'm going to throw a hypothetical out here and try to put you in the mind of where I was coming from after the game and making that video. All right, hypothetically speaking, I have sons. And I don't know if you guys have sons or children or whatever, but if one of my sons has been on the AB honor roll a majority of the school year and then comes home with a C in PE, in physical education, I'm going to question what's going on. I'm going to be concerned instead of saying stuff like, well, at least you passed, or a pass is a pass, because you know that they're capable of much more. There were things that could have came into play on Sunday, like the Cowboys losing an hour from traveling, from Dallas Fort Worth to Charlotte. That could come into play. The fact of the flagrant personal fouls and dirty play on the Carolina Panthers. I had one person comment to say, they probably just wanted to get out of there. They wanted to get out of there, no injuries, because you see when Duke pushed Kevontae Turpin in the back for absolutely no reason. Play is dead. Whistle has been blown, and he just pushed them in the back for no reason. I was like, at that point, I was like, oh, man, they going by that philosophy. If you can't beat them, try to beat them up, But, man, I just don't understand how people could, football is already a violent sport. We don't need knuckleheads doing that, trying to take people out of the game. I mean, there was people rolling up on Cowboys defense, the defensive Cowboys. They were rolling up on the ankles, trying to get people injured. Dang, that ain't football, y'all. Carolina, come on. They thinking that they playing for something. Y'all playing for a first-round draft pick. Dude, there's no coming back to make it to the playoffs. You might as well look toward next year. But could I have been more, empathetic to the Cowboys' plight, to the Cowboys situation? Yes, I could have. But should I feel bad for the take that I had as being constructive criticism? I can't do it. I can't do it, Cowboy Nation. I can't feel bad for knowing that my team can do so much better. But like I said, there's things that probably was in play during that game. But if you come to this channel and you think I'm here to, I don't want to say the word pussyfoot around, then that's not what this is about. This is the Angry Cowboys channel. And sometimes I'm going to get angry. Like a lot of people got angry because Jerry Jones didn't do anything during the trade deadline. People got angry. So, I'm going to get angry. So if y'all could bear with me, if y'all the 2000 rock solid Cowboys fans that's going to rock with the Angry Cowboys, that's what I'm talking about. Remember me saying, I'd rather have 2,000 real ones than 20,000 fickle ones. But we're going to get into some power rankings and stuff to pretty much back up what I'm saying. Why I thought we should have went in there and just handled business. So according to ESPN, I'll leave each link, to my sources in the description. But according to ESPN, their power ranking, the Carolina Panthers power ranking heading into week 11, they ranked dead last. The Dallas Cowboys power ranking heading into week 11, we ranked 7th. according to oddschecker.com, and there's no affiliations with me in these sites. I ain't getting paid for these sites or whatever. But oddschecker.com, you know, they do the betting and everything. Their defensive ranking, Carolina Panthers defensive ranking heading into week 11, they ranked 26. I've heard people say, well, you know, the Carolina Panthers, they got a good defense. They're ranked 26th. 6 more and they're at the bottom. And the Dallas Cowboys defensive ranking heading into week 11 was 3rd. Cowboys doing the thing. We know they doing the thing. If we could just stop the run, our defense is lights out. But anyway, according to Cowboyswire at USA Today, I'll leave that link as well. The Carolina Panthers power ranking heading into week 11, dead last. The Cowboys power ranking, 5th. So they kind of differ between ESPN and Cowboyswire. But even my older brother, who is a Carolina Panthers fan, said, you guys are going to kick our butts today. I don't even want to watch the game. You know, so I'm going into this game like, yeah, we about to handle business. We about to handle business. And we did handle business, but I just think it took us too long to handle business. I mean, honestly, I would have preferred more if we would have scored 7 in the 3rd and then 9 in the 4th, making it 33-10. At least 9 points in the 4th quarter. That tells me that we drove down the field 3 times, you know. But honestly, nobody, well, I wouldn't say nobody, but the high profile games like the Dallas Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, there wasn't too much throwing yards to be had. So it's not just the Dallas Cowboys that ran into that problem. It was also the Eagles as well as the Chiefs. But we're going to go to the comments real quick. Let me go check out these comments. Snatch them up. That's what I'm talking about. You had to wait on Dallas news to be mailed to you to find out the details, right? Acho is a flip-flopper. He's a Texas boy, but he'll hate too. Yeah, man, he said, oh, yeah, I'm from Dallas. You know, I used to stomp. That's my stomping grounds, Dallas. Man, he figured it out. He figured out in order to get on Stephen A's level, in order to be a voice in this broadcasting network, you got to hate the Cowboys. You got to hate on the Cowboys. Because, I mean, just look at all of the big guys in that field. You know, you got, obviously, Stephen A., Cowboy hater. Shannon Sharp, Cowboy hater. You know, Colin Cowherd ain't got too much good to say about the Dallas Cowboys. So all those big names. I mean, even Chris Broussard, he's on the B level, but he's still a name. He really don't have too much good to say about the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Acho's a flip-flopper, and kind of so is Keyshawn Johnson. But I had to agree with him in his last take. And Cowboys, Cowboy Nation, sorry but not sorry. That's what I saw. You know, I gave you my raw and uncut. But, Dan Orlovsky is trash. He can't just keep that big D out of his mouth. You are absolutely right. Look at that. I'm going to highlight that. Wow. Yeah, there you go. He just can't keep that big D out of his mouth. I don't think any of the haters can keep the big D out of their mouth. I was on Facebook, y'all. Oh, my goodness. That thing will give you it'll give you high blood pressure, guys. But being on Facebook and going to the NFL groups, I asked the question. I was like, why is it that Eagles fans will spend more time posting about Dallas Cowboy fans or the team and not post about themselves. I don't get it. And then you had, Cowboys fans chiming in the comment section, all Cowboys fans. I'm sitting here like twiddling my thumbs, waiting on a Philadelphia Eagles fan to speak up. Well, there was an Eagles fan that spoke up, and, he tried getting me, but I'm like, nah, you can't get me like that. We ended up at a stalemate, and I'm like, yo, I appreciate you. He went from degrading the Cowboys to actually, this is the real reason. So I was like, all right, I appreciate you. But then the author of the post, he finally came on, and he was like, F you. Like, dang, bro, you just proved what I'm talking about. I asked a legitimate question that I want a legitimate answer for, and all you can say is F you? Well, F you too. But anyway, let's go to some more comments. All right, Avery Holmes, as a lifelong Panthers fan and now DC employee, I have newfound respect for this team and organization. So many NFL owners and teams wish they could do what the Cowboys do, business and community-wise. I'm gonna highlight that. Bam. Ugh. That highlight don't look too good, do it? Let's pull that up a little bit. There we go. We got to highlight that whole comment. Now, you a Dallas Cowboy employee? You a Cowboys employee? All right, then. Well, tell the Dallas Cowboys that we are representing them to the fullest over here at the Angry Cowboys Fan channel. But you are right, man. The Dallas Cowboys, they do so much as an organization. Like, we could go 0-17, and I knock on wood that we don't ever do that, but we could go 0-17 and still be considered the top sports organization in the world. Like, that is one thing that I do not question Jerry Jones about. That man is a business mind, but he ain't no GM. And as far as community goes, Dak Prescott won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. And Dallas, from what I hear, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Dallas, Texas and everything, the Cowboys go above and beyond. I'm actually going to have to get down there and, tour the stadium and everything like that. When I do tour the stadium, Angry Cowboys fans, y'all are going to be with me. Yes, sir. Love it. Yes, Edward Jackson. Dak Attack nailed it. He always does. Like Law said, he over there doing the Lord's work. I happen to be traveling in his same lane. And it's funny because when I first made the Angry Cowboys YouTube channel, I was like, all right, what backgrounds am I going to use? Blah, blah, blah. And if you look at my first video, I accidentally used the background that Dak Attack uses. And I had no idea who Dak Attack was at first. So I went over and I checked his page out because it was recommended to me as being a Cowboy content creator. I went over and checked his page out. I'm like, oh, I got his background. Oh, shoot, I can't do that. So that's why I have the background that you see now. But Dak Attack he's that dude. He's that man. But Jared says the Dak Attack is really good content, really defends Dak and our ball club. He does. He truly does. And he does it. The thing is, you can defend a team, but this man defends a team with facts. This man defends a team like to a T. He won't just be like, oh, you're wrong. He'll be like, you're wrong, and this is why you're wrong. Let's go to the stats. So, yeah, I got nothing but love for Dak Attack, Law Nation, Mike Fisher, all them heavy-hitting content creators for the Dallas Cowboys that spread the Dallas Cowboy gospel. I got nothing but love for. Even the smaller ones, only got 100 subscribers and everything like that. Obviously, you guys know I used to be there. So any chance that I get, I go to these smaller content creators, give them a like, and, watch their content and everything. But yeah, Dak Attack is that dude. I got mad respect for him. But we gonna get that dub. Yeah, we gonna get that. I got a feeling we gonna get that dub. I have no worries about the upcoming game. But let's get back to what I was gonna talk about. Listen, I actually put up, I put that post up in the community forum saying, who you got, Kansas City or the Philadelphia Eagles. And, the majority of everybody's going to be, the Cowboy Nation. So they're like, we got the Chiefs. We got the Chiefs. Forget the Eagles. And as all these things were racking up, all these votes were racking up for the Kansas City Chiefs, I turned on the Kansas City Chiefs game and they can't catch a ball. Oh, my goodness. Kelsey fumbling the ball. Number 84, I can't remember his name. Ball go right through his hands several times. I mean, I got to have some empathy because it was raining out. Ball is super slippery when it rains. But, man, when Patrick Mahomes needed y'all the most, y'all couldn't come with a catch. And it irritated me. But it got me thinking. There was a saying back in the day. I don't know if people use it now, but I know I do. The saying is, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. We just have to get through these 2 Thursday games and we can kick back with a 10-day mini bye and prepare for the Eagles when they come to Jerry's World. Like I said, it'll be like a mini bye. We get our guys healthy. We get them ready to go. But for right now, our focus should be the Washington Commanders. I know we got the Eagles as the boogeyman, especially after beating the defending champions. And Jalen Hurts didn't even have a touchdown thrown. He ran for 2, and then another person got a touchdown. So, the pass game was shut down. I mean, the running stats didn't look too promising either. It was a nasty game, but we have to look forward to the Washington Commanders getting the dub in that game and then moving forward to the Seattle Seahawks. One game at a time, Cowboy Nation. But I don't want to go, too much into the Washington Commanders because I definitely want to talk to you. I want to give them their due diligence in a separate video. But because of the Carolina play, though, CeeDee Lamb is now on the injury report. He's on the injury report because of his ankle. And, I kind of got, no, CeeDee Lamb's on the injury report. Is he going to be on the field on Thanksgiving? Then I saw a heading, then I saw something on X, and it said, CeeDee Lamb's like, I'll be out there. I'll be out there. So I'm more relieved now. Let's get this man a shot of Toradol, tape his ankle up, and let him go. But if they had to sit CeeDee Lamb, Cowboys Nation, who would your receiving core be going into that game? Y'all let me know in the comment section because, I got my take, but I want to know what you guys think. Who would be the person to fill in for CeeDee Lamb if he just, needed a quarter break? And being a football player, being a competitor, nobody ever takes a quarter break unless they got to. But so I think mine, obviously, I would go with Brendan Cooks. I would go with Michael Gallup. But then I would alternate. That third spot, I would alternate Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, and Kevontae Turpin. Because if you put Kevontae Turpin in with Brendan Cooks, you got 2 guys that could take the top off of the defense, leaving that middle wide open. And also, did you guys know that CeeDee Lamb is second in receiving yards this season? He's second with 1,013 receiving yards. He's trailing Tyreek Hill, who has 1,222 yards. I mean, I'm not saying that Lamb can catch him, but I think Lamb can catch him. Yeah. Man, so let me go to these comments real quick. Like I said, I don't want to keep y'all too long. I just want to, let y'all know about the video that I did yesterday. Let y'all know that it's always DC for life. And if a disagreement between us is going to get you to unsubscribe, then I got to salute you and tell you to have a nice day. But, all right, let's see. New Bern, North Carolina to be exact. All right, New Bern, representing. All right, Edward said, I agree with you on this, but I'm okay with it taking so long simply because they were trying to get Tony Pollard going. Okay. Once they realized they couldn't run the ball consistently, they cut Dak loose. Dak is that dog, boy. Dak is that dog. It's like, all right, we're going to try the run game. We're going to try and run you, Tony and Rico. But once you can't, we're going to let Dak do his thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Man. Bro, we're an elite team. You heard him. You heard him on the broadcast Sunday. They were saying it. Man, Dak Prescott is playing at such an elite level. Like, I'm going to pay more attention to what these broadcasters who's broadcasting the game, who's sitting there watching the game, I'm going to put more stock into what they got to say than what Shady McCoy has to say, or Joy Taylor, or somebody like that. These guys know, they see it. Okay, Avery Holmes. I jumped over one, my bad. All right, we might have to turn to more of a two tight end offense temporarily. Yeah, I mean, a two tight end offense, if we had a good running game, that would be dope. That would be dope. But it's like we can't rely on our running game. And that's another reason why I was a little bit angry at the Carolina game, is because I wanted that running game to develop. I wanted that to happen so bad so that we could go into this stretch of games like, yep, we got a running game now. What's up? Because once we get that run game and that play action opens up like it normally opens up for the Cowboys, it's off to the races. It's off to the races. Like we having two receivers, possibly three, with over 100 yards if we could get the run game going. Like, for real. All right. Avery Holmes. This is his lineup right here. Cooks, Brooks, and Gallup. That's what I'm talking about. I was watching Brooks, in the offseason. It wasn't Dak Prescott connecting with Brooks. I believe it was Cooper Rush. But they was connecting. Like, Brooks, boy, his hands are something good. And you saw when he set that, it was like a pick for CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb ran behind him. He threw the block and sprung CeeDee Lamb for the first down. Like, that man, he got some stockiness to him, and he's quick. So I do like Brooks as well, and I want to see him get more burn. Maybe not, in the playoff push. Maybe not then, but we got him for years. So hopefully we can see him next year. Boom. Nate. Bam. I got to highlight that. Love your channel, bro. Keep up the good work. Man, I try. I try. The only thing that I do is come on here and spit my raw and uncut emotion. And sometimes it's going to resonate with Cowboy Nation. And other times people are going to be like, you're being a little too critical on the Cowboys. But believe me, guys, it's coming from a place of love. Because I would love nothing more than to be able to throw a Super Bowl party that involves this star. Because honestly, if the Cowboys ain't going to the Super Bowl, I ain't watching. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. If the Dallas Cowboys don't make the Super Bowl, we don't get no NFL burn in this house. Nope. They talking about, I want to watch the commercials. I'll watch the commercials on YouTube. Shoot. Uh, hey, C. Nicole, what's happening? What's happening? You ain't late. You right on time. You right on time, shout it. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, catching the playback. And happy holidays to you as well. Hopefully everybody gets some dark meat, because I love the dark meat. Sweet potatoes, boy, whoo-wee, it's going down. I don't know if I'll be able to go live that day because I might be. Oh, man. But I truly appreciate you. I truly appreciate you, Neezy. Let's see. Shady and Joy be hating. Oh, they be hating all the time. They kind of surprised me in the last episode that they were talking about the Cowboys. Not today, but I think it was yesterday. They were talking about the Cowboys, and everybody but Acho took up for the Cowboys. And I was like, I ain't making no video on that. This is what y'all supposed to do. Y'all supposed to give them the credit that they deserve. You can't sit there and say that this was a meaningless win. Every win in the NFL has meaning to it. I don't care if you beat a team that is 0-12 when you meet them. Every game has meaning to it. I mean, shoot, people gloss over, the preseason. But the preseason has meaning to it as well. And I like watching it. All right, let's see. Boom. All right. Dak delusional fans. Can I just call you Dak fans? I don't like the whole delusional thing. But I'll highlight you. I'll highlight you, homie. He says we are not running in Washington unless it's outside. I don't think we're running anywhere unless it's outside. I mean, Rico Dowdle, he can shimmy his way through those A and B gaps, but Tony Pollard, it's always 1 yard, 2 yards. He sprung this game running up the gut. What was it? 21 yards. It was either 21 yards or 19. He was either on the fringe of the red zone or right in the red zone, but he scampered and tugged his way to the end zone, and I was like, yes, Pollard, that's what I'm talking about. That's how I know you could be. So I hope that there's more run options than what you're saying there, Dak delusional fans. But all right, Edward Jackson, my thing is we know what we have behind Dak, but I want to see Trey Lance when we sit Dak in the fourth quarter. I'd love to see what he has. We on the same boat, man, because before this game, I was saying, like, if they're going to sit Dak Prescott in the fourth quarter, activate Trey Lance, especially in this game, because this is one of those games where, we come out and we try new things. I had a commenter say that, maybe we tried that Wildcat in the end of rounds and stuff to put it out in the ether, and so that other teams would have to game plan for it. And then we don't run it again. We run something else out of that formation. Like, we put it out in the ether. Oh, they did it end around. But the next time they see us, we line up in that same formation and hit them with something totally different. Oh, we was expecting to end around. So, yeah, man, I get that. But I hope we do run more than outside. And I hope that they put Trey Lance in at some point. All right, Delusional Dak says, Dak Delusional says, Angry Cowboy, it's facts. A win is not a win. It's how you play in the game. That's my take on it with this Carolina Panthers game. Like, a win, they're not all created equal. That's kind of like that Changes song with Tupac. I made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way, yeah, we got the dub, but 17-10 at the, toward the end of the third quarter, like, that's just, if it was 17-10, we're leading, and let's say it's the Seattle Seahawks. Okay. Now let's just come out of the half and not be stagnant. We were stagnant. against the Carolina Panthers. They scored 7 on us, 7 unanswered points in the third quarter. Fourth quarter is where we had our explosion. Grown man Bland doing his thing. Boy, what week? Put in the comment section, what week do you think DaRon Bland is going to break this record and bring it to Dallas? What week? Is it going to be against the Commanders? Is it going to be against the Seahawks? Philly? Or Buffalo? I got a feeling our secondary is going to eat in Buffalo. We're going to put Josh Allen on the run. He's going to be making these crazy throws, and we going to eat. Boom. All right. Yeah, Tony did do that. Right? And yeah, Tony did do that, but then it was back to the 2 and 3 yard carries. Should we have a little empathy when it comes to this running back position? Because I believe the narrative around the league, the narrative with the 4-letter and 3-letter networks, is they're trying their hardest to devalue that running back position. Like, you see how the Cowboys, how it's like, throw. I mean, yeah, we can't open holes too much, but nowadays, it's like the NBA. Back in the days, what used to thrill fans was the slam dunk, driving to the hole, dunking on somebody. Now it's the three-pointer. Back in the day with NFL, running through a person, putting that hit stick on them. That was what was up back in the day, that Iron Man football. But once all the rules changed and defense can't be defense anymore, it went to the pass game. Like, we're in the pass game. We're in a league where passing is key now. All right, let's see. You think it'll be against Philly or Detroit? Yeah. I hope it's against Philly. I hope it's against Philly. Pick 6, and I hope it's the length of the field. I hope it's the length of the field, and I hope it's the nail in the coffin, sending Philly home with a loss. That's what I'm hoping, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, man, I said I didn't want to keep y'all on here too long. I just wanted to explain what was going on in my mind when I made that video about Keyshawn Johnson and my take on the Carolina Panthers game. Like, yes, I love you guys. It's DC for life and everything like that. But you guys, like, there's some fans out there that have to be able to accept constructive criticism when it comes to your team. You got to be able to accept that, because having that attitude of being like, well, a win is a win. You can't have that attitude in the playoffs, because like I said in my video, if DaRon Bland hadn't got that interception, it would have been 26-10. And our run game, our run defense was having issues. Those bigger teams, those better teams will take advantage of that. So it is incumbent upon us to fix it, to right the ship. And I don't know what it's going to take. Maybe it's the linebacker that the coach just released. But I don't know what it's going to take for us to clog up that gap, pinch the line, do something. But we got to stop that inside run. We do. Good old smash mouth football. I love it. Don't you? I miss it. And I mean, I understand the health of the players and we don't want concussions and all that stuff, but I miss those hits. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yo, Verl, what is going on? I have to highlight you. Verl with another super chat, and the super chat says, I will super chat $100 if Bland does it against Philly. Yo. Hey, I'm old, I'm in my 40s. Well, that ain't really old, but I'm older. I'm in my 40s. If Bland does it against Philly, I will record myself outside doing a backflip. And I ain't done a backflip in over 25 years. So I might bust my neck, but I will do a backflip if Bland gets it against the Eagles. Yes, and thank you, Verv, again for the super chat. I truly, truly appreciate you. Right now, it's damned if Dallas wins, damned if they don't. I mean, it kind of is, but once you put a statement win on somebody, look at that. Oh, look at that. See, you see in the middle of it, it is working. There we go. Yeah, I was wondering if it popped up with the super chat, but it did. That's why I stress like statement wins. Do we have to go out there and blow everybody out? No, we don't. I didn't even want us to go in there and blow out, the Carolina Panthers. But what I wanted us to do was go in there and play sound, quality, complimentary football. Like, okay, Tony Pollard only got, let's say, and hypothetical, he didn't get this many, but Tony Pollard only got 70 yards. But it was over the course of the game. We integrated his run as well as the play action pass, and we got off chunk plays. We took over the battle of time of possession. Those things. Guys, Dak Prescott had 5 yards a clip. And maybe it was contagious around the league because, like I said, the heavy hitters didn't have too much throwing yards, but they were playing in the rain. We were playing in the morning, so we gotta lift those yardage up. You know what I'm saying? But for real though, man, I truly appreciate everybody that comes on these lives, that comes and kicks it with your boy, because for real, ain't nothing like them Dallas Cowboys. Ain't nothing like them Dallas Cowboys, and ain't nothing like getting with like-minded Cowboys fans to sit and chop it up. Because you guys on the same level. We like all right, let's read this one. Also, Dallas has a defensive-oriented team closer to the doomsday defense of old than the old Pittsburgh Steelers. You talking about that steel curtain? It's not an offensive dominating team anymore. It isn't. It isn't, but I'm the type that I do not want to rely heavily on Deron Bland got to get this interception and get a pick six. Otherwise, we going to lose. Nah. I'd rather have the scooping scores and the pick sixes be that little cherry on top, that icing on the cake. That play that will sit Dak Prescott down in the fourth quarter and allow Cooper Rush or Trey Lance to get in the game. And they need to. One game at a time. Corey Upright, one game at a time. Just got to keep on trucking. That's it. And this game coming up, can't take it lightly. Yeah, they kind of, they messed up against the New York Giants. They didn't have a good game versus the New York Giants. But you know how the NFL goes, Cowboys Nation. You know that the NFL teams, when they lose a bad game, they want some get back. And they're going to try to get it back on the next team that they play. I know that's how them Cowboys do. Once we win and once we lose a game, that next game, we come back and we dominate. Win by double-digit scores. So the Washington Commanders are going to look toward doing that when they come into Jerry's world. But we have the power ranking going in the week. The power ranking going into, week 11? We were ranked number 3rd. So we're going to have to show up and show them how we get down. How their quarterback, he's not the most accurate quarterback in the world, but the man has an arm. And we can't make him look good. So what we need to do, go in there and punch him in the mouth. But like I said, I want to give that video its due diligence, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But let's get to some more of these comments. All right. Hey, bro, I told my wife you were from Asheville, and she was, yeah, that's where she grew up. Hey. Asheville, North Carolina, baby. Yeah, when I found out Rico Dowdle went to my high school, I was blown away. I was like, what? I had to text message my nephew. I was like, yo, nephew, you this was your graduating class. You remember a guy named Rico Dowdle? He's like, yeah, Rico's the homie. What's up? What's going on with him? I'm like, what's going on with him? He the running back for my team. He's like, oh, for real? He's like, I'm gonna have to message him and say what's up. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And yo, tell your wife I said hi, and tell your wife I said DC for life. Well, at least you'll have $100 for your DR bill after that. I'm at $100 gonna have to go to the hospital because I done broke my neck or something. But nah. I'm gonna take a mattress out. I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna make sure that I don't look stupid on here. Cowboys Nation. All right. How many of you still think Washington as the Redskins? Guys, to tell you the truth, I always have to catch myself. I have to actually type out Commanders because I'll be like Commanders, and I ain't trying to come on here, stumbling and fumbling on their name. But if I remember correctly, I saw an article where like Native Americans, they're like, we don't care that you use the name Redskins. We really didn't. But that's neither here nor there. We'll always know them as the Redskins. I don't know why they went with the Commanders. That's just crazy. Like, I think that was a lack of a better option. Honestly, if the Cowboys changed their name, which I highly doubt they would ever do, I wonder what we would change, what the Joneses would change the Cowboys to. Because Houston already got the name that kind of represents the state, the Texans. That's pretty dope. I mean, and speaking of the Houston Texans, Dalton Schultz down there doing his thing with C.J. Stroud. He is. And I'm glad to see him do it. But when it's time to do it against us, nah, bro, we ain't having that. We ain't having those catches. We ain't having 100-yard tight end games. No, we're going to shut you down. All right, that's right. That's right. Defensive play that reaches in and snatches their heart out. That's what I'm talking about. Defensive play that snatches their heart out before they even hit the field. That's what I want. I want them coming in to Jerry's World shaking in their boots. Oh man, we got to dread this day on the calendar. Because y'all gonna go home with an L, go eat that turkey and fall asleep. We getting a turkey leg this year. Gobble, gobble. All right. You ain't right. Commanders are unpredictable. They also play well. I think it's gonna be like the Chargers. Yeah, it's gonna be like the Chargers game. It's gonna be give and take, and it's gonna be the type of game to where we're going to have to, when we have those situations, like let's say an interception, you got to score. Excuse me. But let's say we get an interception. You're going to have to score on that. If we open the game, and that was one of my pet peeves with the Carolina Panthers game, we open the game with the kickoff. We receive the ball. We have to come off that drive, that series with no less than 3. Like the 3 and out thing is played out. That's what it is. And I understand like that game, like I said, it was early for them. But right now, and I believe for the rest of the season, it's either 4:20, 4:30, or 8:15. Eastern Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. But all right. Hell, that DeVito 9 times and still lost to the Giants. Bro, they had so many errors in that Washington Giants game. They had so many errors, Washington did. It was like, if it wasn't getting picked off, they were fumbling, and it's like, what's going on? Save that for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's Thanksgiving. Give us some presents. I know Christmas is going to come early, but give DeRon Bland some presents. You know, I want to see Micah Parsons with another scoop and score. You know, you remember that scoop and score that he had against the, who was it, the Chicago Bears, where they popped the ball out. He grabbed it and Fields jumped over him and he took off. I want him to have one like that again. Damn leads and sacks. Hopefully we feasting there. Yeah. Hopefully we feasting on Thanksgiving. And I ain't talking about turkey and dressing and stuff. Hopefully we feasting on them Commanders. Hopefully Sam Howell cannot get it right. Because once we go up, Cowboys Nation, once we go up in the score and people have to play catch up, that means that they have to rely on their pass game. And once they have to rely on their pass game, our dogs on the corners, jamming up their receivers, it's open season on Howell. It's open season on their quarterback. You know, so I think our dog's going to eat. I think our dog's going to eat again. And then we're going to get ready for the Seattle Seahawks. We go to some more comments. They man led the league in passing yards. What man led the league in passing yards? Let me know what you're talking about. Sam also led Sam Howell led the league he led the league in passing yards, but he also led the league in interceptions. I got you. Listen, if we were to go to the Super Bowl and win and Dak Prescott had 25 interceptions, I would not care. I wouldn't care. I mean, honestly, like, if you can throw an interception, and that's something that the Philadelphia Eagles have the ability to do. They can shoot themselves in the foot, wrap their foot up, and continue to play, and then get the win. That's something that we need to do. And I think that we kind of did that in this game. It was like, man, we ain't playing to our strengths. We're not playing like we know we should play. But we still got the dub. You know what I'm saying? We still were able to pull out that dub. And then, with Bland and everything, it was icing on the cake. So, yeah, let's get back to the... I did, and she said, hey, go Cowboys. Yeah, love my Cowboys family. Washington football team was better. You think the Washington football team name was better? I mean, honestly, let's forget about little brother Washington. Come up with a better name. But I ain't gonna talk crap, and I've learned that. Even with the Philadelphia Eagles, I put up a post on my social media and said, good game, birds. Good game. Because I don't want that karma. I don't want that bad juju coming back to us when we meet him again. Like, remember all that stuff you was talking? And then punch me in the mouth. Nah, I'm going to save my talk. Once we get a dub. When we get that dub, it's open. The mouth is open and I am talking. But I'm always going to keep it classy. Classic Cowboy Conversations. Triple C's, baby. All right. Because they were commanding the... Oh, dang. Oh. He said they were commanding the bottom of the division consistently. Yeah, they were. It was that one fluke year where everybody was in the NFC we weren't that good. And Washington ended up winning the division. I'm like, oh, man. It was one of those years where we had a chance to win at the end, and we were in, and we just didn't get it done. But that was the only time. Washington really has been a non-factor for the 2000s. Like 2010 and on, Washington has really been not it. And I know if I was sitting at the draft, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. All right. In the 4th round, the Washington Commanders select the Angry Cowboys Fan. I'm like, damn. Like, dang it. Oh, boy. Let's see. And delusional Dak fan. I hated when Washington won Super Bowls. Mailboxes in my hood was painted with their colors and logos in D.C. Man, I know they were jumping for joy. But they ain't gonna get there anytime soon. That's something you ain't got to worry about. The mailboxes in your hood would not be painted Commanders colors. If anything, they better be painted Cowboys colors once we eventually go, because I believe we got the tools, we got the talent, we got it all to make a good run this year. We got it all. I mean, next year, our defense is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Ah, man. I was talking to my brother about that. I was over here like just, once Demarion Overshown comes back, he ain't never played, but once he gets off of his injury and is healthy, once Trayvon Diggs comes back and he's healthy, man, our defense is going to be able to give Dak what they originally wanted to be able to give him. Like y'all said in here, we are a defensive-led team, and I think the whole situation at the beginning of the year was just like, yeah, we're going to play sound complementary football, keep our defense off the field and, march the field as much as we can, but we going to allow our defense to destroy you, to make it so that you ain't scoring over 10 points. Yeah, so Edward, defense definitely does win championships. All right, I hope the young lion continues to feast with another 3-sack game. I want that, man. Other than DeRon Bland for Defensive Player of the Year, I want Micah Parsons to get it. He should have got it when he got the Rookie of the Year as well. He should have got Rookie and Defensive Player of the Year. But, Dallas got it. They got a scratch and claw for any amount of respect throughout this league. They do. Right, boom. The Sheagles. Yeah, I said the Sheagles to my brother. He started cracking up. Philly is using up all their lucky charms by mid-season. They won't have any left by January. Like, they find a way to win every single game, and I just don't understand how. And I think it's like their defense stands up. When they are called upon to stand up, they stand up. They might be a little iffy, a little questionable in the first, second, and third quarter, but once that fourth quarter hits and it's do or die, they step up. And I'm not saying that our defense don't, but we need that dog in us as well. We got that dog. Like I said, we got the tools, we got the talent. Like they said in Ghostbusters. We got the tools and we got the talent. But at Angry Cowboys Fan, D-Web, what's happening with you? All right, he says, does the lack of depth at cornerback and linebacker bother or worry you at all? Hey, what's up for your mind? What's happening? Does the depth at linebacker, yes, the depth at linebacker, that worries me more than the depth at cornerback. The depth at linebacker is, that's our core spot. That's where people are hitting us the most. Whether it's the run or the passes through the middle. We need a good, solid person there. I don't know what's going on with Leighton Vander Esch. Y'all know Jerry Jones said that it was a season-ending injury for him now. So it's like, man, we lost our anchor. Who's going to be our anchor now? And Sam Williams he has shown flashes. And I'm like, let Sam Williams get a little bit more burn. Let him get a little bit more burn. He might be the guy that you guys need. He may be the guy that you guys need on defense. So I think it's the cornerback depth I'm not too worried about, except maybe on Stephon Gilmore's side, just because, his age. But he's playing good. I think he's given a little bit too much cushion when it comes to defending, but he's the one out on the field. He is the one that, has the accolades. I believe Stephon Gilmore has a Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't too much worry about the cornerbacks. Hey, free your mind. You're never late to the party. You're never late to the party. We got you right here. Got you right here, fam. All right. Oh, boy, these comments going quick. Let me keep up with them. All right. Kelsey and wide receiver dropping the ball. Wasn't finding a way to win. It was being lucky. That's when I turned on the game. I was talking to my brother on the phone, and he was watching the Kansas City game, and, he's like, oh, Kansas City touchdown. I'm like, yes. I don't want to watch it because I don't want to jinx them. And then he's like, Philly touchdown. Like, geez, come on, Kansas City. And then he started talking about, yeah, man, you could have caught that. Why you ain't catch that? How you dropped that? I'm like, let me turn on this dang game so I can see what's going on. Turned on the game, and Kelsey fumbling the ball. Like, come on, Kelsey, why you fumbling the ball? Is Taylor Swift here? Like, it's a damn shame, and pardon my French, Cowboys Nation, but it's a shame that I got to look forward to Taylor Swift being at your game. That way you can ball out. Taylor, if you on tour, get off tour. I mean, if the Cowboys made it to the Super Bowl and it was against the Kansas City Chiefs, please, by all means, go to Germany, sing, But for right now, we needed you at the stadium. We needed you in Kansas City against the Philadelphia Eagles, and you didn't show up. And neither did the Chiefs receiving corps. Or they showed up, they just left their hands at home. They put on mannequin hands and stuff. They was in the games like that. Oh, man. All right. Colts release Leonard. Go get him. I think Vander Esch. Did Vander Esch see, man, I got to bring out my handy dandy phone. I got to check this out. Like, did Vander Esch actually retire? Did he hang it up? Because I know that was the general consensus. That was what they were leaning toward as far as, yeah, the doctors, think you might need to, retire. Leighton Vander Esch. Retire. Let's see. Leighton Vander Esch retirement rumors. 2 days ago. Oh, boy. And this is SI.com. This is where Mike Fisher tells us to go all the time. And it was written by Mike Fisher. It was written by Fish. And I don't know if you guys go over and watch Fish, but I watch Fish, and I highly recommend Fish, because when a person can open their YouTube commentary and say, this is the Fish Bowl, that is the Star, you're right at the Star. He is in the Star talking to these people. Like, that's one of the main ones that I go to. But it says Leighton Vander Esch being ruled out for the rest of the season due to his neck injury is not a surprise. All right. But now, as Cowboy owner on Tuesday not only confirmed that, but also hinted at the possibility of Leighton Vander Esch's retirement. A source close to the situation is providing insight into the players' present thinking. Premature, the source says. We're a long way from that decision. I hope so. I hope that Leighton Vander Esch can get it back, get it going again. You know, figure out the neck injury. And if you can play, bring your butt back because we need you in the middle. If you can't play, stick with your, retire. If that's what medically needs to happen, retire. But stay with the Dallas Cowboys and be your linebacker coach. I mean, I don't know who they have in there right now, but I would have to, do my due diligence and check. But that would be pretty good to have Leighton Vander Esch there coaching these linemen. But he's young and everything. All right. Their D does stand up strong. Now that O-line they have, especially the right guard and right tackle, they get away with more holding calls than anybody I've ever seen. Yo. Boom. I got to put that up there because you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right, man. And it irritates me because Micah Parsons will be on the hunt. He will be getting right through that line and then all of a sudden hooked. It's like, what are you guys watching? That last game against Philly, I got so mad, and I know Micah Parsons got mad because he threw up his hands like, yo, what's going on? But you're right. The right guard and right tackle, they need to open, the officials need to open their eyes. But I heard they signing a linebacker from the Colts, maybe. That's what people are saying. I mean, he was just dropped from the Colts, so, the Cowboys are going to have to do their due diligence. Like Law says, sit him down for a cup of coffee and, get into his mind a little bit. Get to see where, he wants to go and how far he can take us at the linebacker position. Right. Carlito, what's going on? Nisi, what's going on? DC for life. DC for life, baby. I'm gonna make a shirt. It's gonna say DC for life, baby. Cause I open every one of them like that. All right, Sam Williams is that dog, and with more PT, more playing time, he's going to eat. Yeah, he's gonna eat. If y'all let him loose, he's gonna eat. Like I said, what was it? It was the Giants game, wasn't it? In the Giants game, they called his number one single time. And when they called his number, it ended with a sack. So yeah, that man's a dog. He's a beast, and he needs to be let loose. He may be that answer at linebacker, for real. Splatter Talk, Cinema. Yo, what's going on? For those that don't know, and if you enjoy horror movies, I also help co-run a YouTube channel called Splatter Talk Cinema, where we talk about, horror movies and movies in general and do commentaries on movies. That's where I go to vent all my frustrations and drop all kinds of F-bombs. So if you are into horror movies, please check out Splatter Talk Cinema on YouTube. We got some dope content over there as well. But, like I always say, no pressure. Right. Carlito says Sam Williams gonna keep eating. And I hope he does. I'll be right there with my popcorn. Like T.O. said, get your popcorn ready. I will be there with my popcorn, ready to watch Sam Williams get his eat on. All right, Dak Delusional. The Eagles win tough games because the mental and work ethic, the Rocky thing. Yeah. But if we beat the Eagles, I'm going to play Eye of the Tiger, right? if we beat the Eagles, I'm playing Eye of the Tiger. But they do. They have a mental toughness that when they get down in the scoreboard, their morale doesn't sink. Their fight heightens. And that's the difference between a winning team and one that struggles. If, let's say Dak throws an interception, knock on wood, if Dak throws an interception, erase that. Get that out of your mind. It happened. You did it. It's over. Move on. Then take a look at it once the game's over. You get to look at tape and everything and evaluate how you were in the game. Look at it then, but during the game, no. Like, have that warrior mentality. We got knocked down a peg. Let's go. Let's get this. So yeah, the Eagles do have that fighter mentality, and it must be a Philly thing because Philly fans will fight you for wearing a Cowboys jersey. My brother-in-law actually said, I was like, I want to go to a Phillies game, a Philadelphia Eagles game whenever they played my Cowboys. And he was like, I advise you not to wear your jersey. Like, I'm going to wear my jersey. I don't care. Like, I ain't here to make friends and I ain't here to make enemies. I'm here to root on my team. And if y'all don't like the fact that I'm here to root on my team, then I don't know what to tell you. But I'm going to wear my jersey. I'm going to wear some Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia if I go down to Lincoln Financial Field. Ain't going to be no bish in me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Carlito said Kelsey is soft mentally. Oh, no. Which Kelsey you talking about? I know you ain't talking about the one in Philly because older Kelsey, what's his name? Jason Kelsey? He's a dog. I mean, Kansas City, Travis Kelsey, he's good. He's a dope tight end. But we need you to have hands, dude. You are one of the most prolific tight ends in the game right now, and you over here missing passes like that. Like I said, somebody better call Taylor Swift, get her to them games, because it ain't gonna look too good. Right now, Kansas City, defending Super Bowl champions, you have the same record we do. That's all I'm saying. Any given Sunday. Boom. Oh, Carlito, Fish is 6. Yeah. I said, what about breakfast at Fishities? Yeah, see, I get down. I definitely watch Fish in the morning. He may say 6 in the morning. It might be 7, but I'm still there. I'm still waiting because his information, his facts, his knowledge, like Fish is that dude. And I won't take anything from any other Dallas Cowboy content creators because they do their due diligence. Law Nation definitely does a due diligence. Dak Attack as well. Boss Cowboy. And I know I'm missing a few. There's one dude down in Alabama. I can't remember his name, but I'm missing a few. But if y'all got some suggestions on some more Cowboy content, drop it in the comment section because I love showing love. I love giving love to other content creators because without that love, I wouldn't be here. I'd be making videos for myself. So it's the love from you guys. I truly appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. It's super dope to come on here and have conversations about the Dallas Cowboys with like-minded Dallas Cowboy fans and thinkers. All right, Verl. Philly wins games. They have a 10-0 penalty average. They be having them refs in their pocket. I don't know what they doing. Did you see that video of the ref rubbing the new one? What's his name? Byard or something that they just acquired a few weeks ago, almost a month ago. The safety, like the ref had his arm around him, and then he brought his hand down to his his waist side, then it put it on his butt. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, man, is there something I should know about? I mean, if y'all got a relationship, that's one thing. I don't care about that. But dang, y'all just being too friendly on the field. And y'all calling too much crap on my Cowboys, and this don't look good. But, yeah, you're right. They do win games like that. Man, like, come on. That's when the NFL starts to suck. That's when the NFL starts to suck. When the refs start making these crucial calls during pivotal moments of the game that dictate the outcome of the game, that's when I'm like, man, come on. Come on, man. But anyway, I don't want to get on a rant on the rest because I could go all day. And I done been here for an hour and 40 minutes, and I said, I ain't going to hold you guys that long. All right, we're just going to try and get through the rest of these comments and everything. No, not yet, but it's very possible that he's not going to have a choice. That's LV. And that hurts. You know, you have trained yourself since Pop Warner, since Pee Wee football. You have trained yourself. You went up through middle school, high school, college, got drafted, and now you are forced to have to sit down. That sucks, man. That really does. But Sean, oh yeah, D-Web, Sean Lee should be the linebacker coach. Sean Lee was that dude, man. I miss Sean Lee. I do. Like when he was in the middle of that field and, you know, you watched the TV and you saw Sean Lee out there, I'm like, yeah, we good. We good, man. Because he was good on the run as well as in coverage. Sean Lee was good. But then, you know, obviously age catches up with you, and that's when the Wolf Hunter and what was his name? Jalen Smith, right? Yeah, if I remember correctly, he wasn't too much of a factor. That man could not stop a runny nose, but Sean Lee was that dude. DC Dallas this season has been going back to their old draft boards to get the players they wanted. Hopefully Leonard was on their board, and they signed him. Boom! Go ahead, highlight that comment. Oh. Yeah, man. Hopefully they go out and they make this acquisition, and this acquisition works in our favor, because there's been some where it's like, all right, we got you, practice squad. We got you, practice squad. That's like Martavis Bryant. People want to see him in action, but I have a sneaky suspicion that he's not going to be seen this year. He's not going to be seen on the field of play this year. But boom, yep. All right, number 56 held him like 10 times with no calls. And that's, at that point, the anger in me wants to check out. The anger in me wants to turn off the TV. But the Angry Cowboy content creator can't. You know, I can't do it. I have to continue to watch this game, even though the refs are ticking me off, and I don't like it. Kansas City was denied touchdowns in the first quarter when Philly's linebacker hooked Casey running back. Clear penalty that Philly once again gets away with. Burrow, I think that's the refs saying, we're sorry. We're sorry for that call, Bradbury. I know we made that call in the Super Bowl, and that cost you guys the game. We're sorry. Is there anything that we can do to make it up to you? Yeah, make sure that we get to the Super Bowl this year. Oh, yeah, man. I had a conversation with a dude. He was talking about, for the Dallas Cowboys, what did he say? If the divisional is your ceiling, then I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm like, the divisional is not our ceiling. I'm like, you guys plateau at this level. I'm like, okay. 31 teams plateau at different levels. If you're a Philly fan, you plateau in the Super Bowl and lose. Like, and he was trying to say, oh, you give prizes out for second place. Like, y'all brag that you went to the Super Bowl and lost. If that ain't second place, I don't know what is. Boy, I be going to battle with these Philly fans, man. And I'm actually doing something, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation. I'm going to be doing something the week that we play Philly. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be making a video. And in that video, I'm going to have 2 other people with me. And both of those people will be Philadelphia Eagles fans. So, Cowboys Nation, I'm going to need y'all here watching in the comments. Because, you know, they're going to gang up on me. But they are those respectable type of Philly fans. They can give objective statements when it comes to the Cowboys. And it ain't just, F the Cowboys. Why? I don't know. F the Cowboys. They ain't like that. You know, they know their football. And they just happen to be Philly fans. Hopefully I can convert them at some point and bring them over to the Cowboy side like I'm going to do my brother. Hey, going to be a Cowboys fan next year. Yeah, we can forget Carolina Panthers. Oh, see, Carlito loves horror movies. If you love horror movies and you love laughing, oh, Splatter Talk Cinema is where it's at. Right when I get off here, I'm actually gonna meet up with my other 2 co-owners of that YouTube channel, and we're gonna actually get into doing a commentary on that Christmas horror movie they did, the Mean One. We're gonna do a commentary on that and tear it apart. So if you like it, yes, Splatter Talk Cinema. All right, do y'all remember Rolando McClain? A beast, but his head was not in the game. I can't. The name rings a bell, but I'm gonna have to do my research because I don't want to say the wrong thing and be completely wrong. Dak delusional. Dak told people to stop gambling since they angry tweet him after the game. He told him to stop gambling? I don't know if I could. Oh, I'm lost. I to a Cowboys game at the vet with my Cowboys gear on. I had no problem. You okay? Oh, you went and had no problem. See, I be seeing these nightmare scenarios where Cowboys fans go to Lincoln Financial Field and they just be there, loving the game or whatever, representing and not being obnoxious or anything, but then you have an obnoxious Philly fan that got drunk and want to start a problem. That's the only thing that I don't want to deal with because I ain't going to jail because of the Philadelphia Eagles. Nah, it ain't happening. All right, here's more about his girlfriend. Oh, Kelsey, man, your girlfriend better show up. All right, the Chiefs turned the ball over twice in the red zone. Mahomes and Kelsey. There was so much issues with that game. Once I turned it on after Kelsey's fumble, like there were so many issues in that game. The rain didn't help, but the rain can't be an excuse either. You know the forecast going into the game. So if you have to wear, longer cleats, put them on. If you got to if you got to get brand new gloves because the stickum is rubbing off of your gloves, get new gloves. You know what we up against. You know how important this game is. But last night I was a Kansas City fan and y'all let me down. All right, Edward. I'm gonna wear mine too. And if them Sheagles come at me, and they better come correct, or they gonna get the head busted to the white meat. Shots fired. Yes. Nisi. Yes. Landlord from Alabama. Yes, that's the dude. Yeah, I watch him too. He has some really good content. Yeah, yep. Law's brother is a 49ers fan, and it's kind of entertaining to see them, when they're talking Cowboys 49ers, or when we went to go face the 49ers, they had their little podcast going, and it was good to see both of them. It made me dream. I was like, man, I want my brother on here. Yo, Mojo. Yo, got to highlight Mojo. JoJo is in the house. Y'all like the way I'm doing this this chat on the screen, or is it just too much? Y'all let me know. But we did what we were supposed to do. Don't get it twisted, fam. We did what we were supposed to do. We went in there, we got the dub. We went in there, got the dub, even though they were playing stupid. They were playing filthy. I do, now that an Angry Cowboys fan actually brought it to light after I made that video, like, they were just there to, once they started playing dirty, it was like, okay, get in, get out, don't do the most. Let's just get out of here with a dub so they don't hurt our players. And I get it. I truly get it. All right, Delusional Dag. Yep. Landlord. Yep. Don't forget the ladies, Craven Cowboys, and Stargazer Sports. See, you're putting me on now. You're putting me on because I didn't know about them. But where my pen and paper at? I'm about to write down these suggestions because I love watching Cowboys content. I love getting educated by other content creators and by you guys because this is where it's at. Boom. All right. I got that one. And Stargazer Sports. All right. And I'm going to tell them Niecy sent me. Like, yep, new subscriber. Niecy sent me. She said y'all have dope content. So I'm over here to say, how about them Cowboys? D-Web. If not for injury, Sean Lee is a Hall of Famer easily. He should be a Hall of Famer anyway. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. That man was a difference maker when he was on the field. He should be in the Hall. If you're going to consider Eli Manning, and I know Eli has 2 Super Bowls, but other than them Super Bowls, he was plain Jane. And if he can go to the Hall of Fame, why not Sean Lee? Boom. Remember the game? Sean Lee picked off Peyton Manning twice. One of them for a pick 6. Yeah. I remember one of those games where Peyton Manning hit us with they were on the goal line and he hit us with a play action and we sold out to the run so terribly. And Peyton Manning is not a running quarterback. That man just right into the end zone. Shoot. Angry Cowboys fan. Question about the playoff picture. Is it possible that we have a situation where 2 teams in the NFC have the same record? And if so, how would they pick who gets home field? I was actually thinking about that. And I would much rather come to you guys with the facts than to just guess. So let's see. How does the NFL determine home field advantage in the playoffs? Let's see. The divisional champions are seeded in order with win percentage. The number 1 seed in each conference, blah, blah, blah. The second seed would then go to whichever of the divisional champs had the best record, blah. Oh, they're going to make me do a whole read on this, guys. So I don't know that answer right now, but best believe I will get the answer and I will have it for you. I promise. Because I was looking at the playoff picture, because right now, if the playoffs started today, we would be facing the New Orleans Saints. I'm good with that. I'm cool with that. And I was wondering, I was like, would we be home team or would New Orleans? New Orleans would be the home team because they would win their division. So I'm good with New Orleans, but there's nothing that you can do about it but get upset. Yeah. 1 head-to-head, 2 conference games, 3 divisional games. First place loser is Philly in the Super Bowl. Ha! Yeah, it was put out by ESPN's YouTube channel as a post. The Dak thing. Yeah, I went to a New York Giants game. The Cowboys were playing the Giants at MetLife Stadium, and I had no issues, no thoughts about it. I'm like, I'm wearing my Cowboys gear. Let somebody say something. But then when I got to the stadium and everything, and the section that I sat in the stadium, there were more Cowboy fans than there were Giants fans. And that's why we are Cowboys. We are America's team, Cowboys Nation, because you can go anywhere in the United States, and I bet you go to one of their grocery stores and wear a Dallas Cowboys hat, you will have more than 5 people come up to you and say, how about them Cowboys? Or if it's before the season, they'll be like, how you think the Cowboys going to do this year? How you think we going to do? Man, Cowboys run deep, super deep. He was from Alabama. Roland McClain. He was a dog, but couldn't leave that ish alone because of his head issues. Sad. Super sad. It sounds super familiar though. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some tape. Chat seems to be on a delay by maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but where we type it and you see it. Okay. Thank you, Carlito. That's something that I can definitely change so that it's coming quicker. This is definitely a new thing that I'm, trying to do. Let y'all see the chat on the screen, and boom, be able to click, highlight a specific chat so that, y'all get y'all love and everything. And y'all know the super chats definitely gonna be up on the screen. But boom. Appreciate you, Carlito, for subbing to Splatter Talk Cinema. I didn't want to give a shameless plug for my other stuff, but we work hard over there as well. And it's one of those channels where it's not getting the recognition it deserves. And there's really good content over there. We've met some super dope people as far as the horror genre goes. Kane Hodder, Robert Englund, people like that. So it's pretty dope over there. I thank you for subbing. All right, bro. I gotta check out. All right, Edward, man. Be good. Be safe. DC for life always. All right, Vero, I'm going to get to a couple of more of these, and we're rounding 2 hours right now, and I told y'all I wasn't going to keep y'all too long, but I kept y'all forever. But, Vero, the only Philly fan I ever hear are the Kensington kind, who are these nice Philly fans you talk of, Angry Cowboys Fan. Remember when they cheered Michael Irvin's injury and threw? Yes. Like the majority, I don't know why, the majority of Philly fans are just a-holes. You do meet some that have character, some have class. I mean, my boy Philly, I call him Philly. Mike, what I'm talking about. But I call him Philly. Classy dude will talk to you about Philly Cowboy rivalry and not have anything negative to say. My boy Shorty Bang, he just talk ish. I love him to death, but he's a Philly fan that love to talk ish. Sean Lee played like 118 games but missed 58 due to injury. I don't know. I loved him, but Availability is your best. Oh, I like that. Availability is your best ability. I love that. I love that. Giants game is a home. Yep. Giants game is a home game for the Cowboys. I was up there. I'm like, I'm hearing people say, "Let's go Cowboys." I'm like, word? Yeah. I'm gonna put up my the footage and everything that I got from that Cowboys game, because it was the Cowboys game where that infamous black cat ran around the field and people were just looking at him, telling him to get off the field. Yeah, I was at that game. Philly fans tend to be mean-spirited online. In person, I have never met a disrespectful one. Wonder why. They don't want them boots. That's what's going on. They, keyboard gangsters, boy. Keyboard gangsters. Oh, man. But, guys, I truly thank you for coming and joining the live and joining me and let me vent out my frustrations on that whole last video that I put out. But definitely in the chat, if you are down with the Dallas Cowboys and the Angry Cowboys fan,
Give me a hell yeah.
give me a hell yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. And I hope I didn't waste too much of your time this evening, but let's go Cowboys. It's a wrap, y'all. Love you guys. Peace.